It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight, it's the AFC. We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, it's the AFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Baltimore Ravens and the Houston Texans. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the second round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football out of the backfield? To be able to get him in the second round, that's what I call a steal.
First down, Baltimore.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 34. From the gun, Jackson. And this is caught inside the 5.
Jackson's pass. Complete.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
At the 2-yard line.
Scoring first, so critical in the postseason. They've got it here, 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown.
Touchdown, Baltimore.
Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. So much for being intimidated on the road in the playoffs, right? That was a pretty clinical drive right there.
Yeah, they seem to come out with the attitude of, we don't deal with pressure. We create it on the other team. Just took it right down the field and stuffed it in the end zone.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll set up to throw it. And his throw here's incomplete.
Intended for
Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And with the play clock running low, Bill O'Brien's going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Set, 19. Hey, tighten down. There you go. Peek alert.
Faking the give. Now Watson. Looking left sideline. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. On the ground, it's James. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Robertson. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 16. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
Back to the air, Watson on 2nd down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively. Thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
So the ref makes a call. No touchdown there. Wipe it off the board. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To the air yet again, Watson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
That ties the game at 7.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brings up 2nd.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing is Jackson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. 71 yards. And the Ravens have taken the lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Ravens 14, Texans 7. Chase McLaughlin set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distribute.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
First and 10.
You're looking there at a defensive back who's maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10 right at the 50-yard line. After the interception, here's Jackson. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete.
Complete to number
23 yards on the play. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. On first and 10, it's Dobbins. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Right back to Dobbins on first. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
He was brought down.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On the option, Jackson will keep it. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Touchdown.
A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Now this defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number one.
It should be number one. And in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit, because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Ravens 21, Texans 7. Chase McLaughlin set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological?
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Texans 7.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Hey, one set. Check right 54. Right 54. Check tight. Check tight. Check tight.
Watson just beating the play clock. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They run it with James. And he's got room. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Set. 19. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Come to my work. We want it. Come to my work.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Flush to his right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
40's Mike. 40's Mike. Get that quarterback.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Throw left side complete. That's James.
Watson.
It's a gain of 5 on the play. And they're going to have a third down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
Watson on third down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. The Texans send the punter out, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
Jackson, he's going deep for Brown. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big-time 3rd down play for the Ravens. 44 yards.
First down, Baltimore.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Dobbins. And he'll snag about 5 yards down in the 32.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Jackson going to tuck it down on the option. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Now that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained. And, in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
On 2nd down now, Dobbins. He stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Taken down.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield.
Well, you were backed up into a second and long, but instead of trying to get the yardage back in chunks, he's trying to get it all back at once. And this defense was just lying in wait, and they're there to pick this one off.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. From the 50, it's Watson. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. Off of play action, it's Watson. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Watson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Watson looks to throw again. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
Big stop, let's go. 54 is Mike, 54 is Mike.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
They'll take over.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one where you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something.
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. A final shot before the break. Watson, he's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And now Watson throws another interception. Picked off near the 32. So we're at halftime of this AFC wild card matchup. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
McLaughlin set to kick off.
Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. Let's go, tight end, let's go right
here now. Here's James. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Watson. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Check my 40, check my 40. Coming this way, Here we go.
Throwing again is Watson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get one step. If you're within one step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that, looks like an extra step was involved.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. On 2nd and 10, Watson. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 12-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans have cut it to within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get this score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
28-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
I'd say it's a pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, we'll see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. On 1st down, Dobbins. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage.
Right at the line of
no gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Jackson from the shotgun. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 21. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
And the Raven 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down. Dobbins. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Another run here with Dobbins.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
They're going for it with Dobbins.
Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
He's been tough for this defense to handle, over 100 yards. You kind of knew that they were going to him on that play, didn't you?
They certainly did. That's one of those situations where you simply say, my best runner over my best blockers, let's go ahead and pick it up. And I don't care if they know it on the other side. Here we come, and they got it done.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
They'll run. It's Dobbins.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Jackson now off the bootleg. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
A loss of 5 yards.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. After that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Off the bootleg. Jackson. He'll buy some time right. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Chase McLaughlin on for the field goal. A 37-yard attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
After the made field goal, here's McLaughlin back out there to kick it away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th.
as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game. And on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
1st and 10.
If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly, but look at the lead, look at the depth. Trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. The drive will start with an option going left. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so he didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
On 2nd down, Dobbins. And not much running room. Down to the 32. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
A gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown.
Touchdown.
Marquise Brown, 32 yards. And the Ravens turn that interception into a touchdown. McLaughlin for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
The score, Ravens 31, Texans 14. Chase McLaughlin set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. That'll be taken about a yard deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
He's going to fire one deep left. It's caught inside the 25.
That's good.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 39 yards there, a big one. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Watson off play action. That's going to be caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Again, it's Watson. And he whips that one incomplete there.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. From the gun, Watson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Texans cut into that lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they are looking good. A 2-score lead here in this 4th quarter as they hope to capture a spot in the divisional round next weekend. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
3 brings up 2nd and 7.
From the gun, Jackson. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we've seen both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. And I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Well, calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. That'll go for only 17 yards on the punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Watson. He's going to fire one deep, and that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Now a 1st down throw. Watson under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He'll find his man on the comeback route. Complete.
That's good for a
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. On 1st and 10, Watson. And he's got it. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. An 11-yard touchdown.
Texans.
And the Texans draw a bit closer. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Now it's Watson. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal.
Ravens 31, Texans 28.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he'll be tackled at about the 35.
J.K. Dobbins, the ball carrier.
The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Jackson. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Number 17.
A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Ravens will extend their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Ravens 38, Texans 28. Chase McLaughlin set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that.
And this is caught at the 20. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
A big play there. 75 yards. And the Texans have cut it to within a score. Now the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now.
Makes the score Ravens 38, Texans 35.
So a minute and change to go, and this is going to be an onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. Now the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. Dobbins running out of the gun. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs.
And there it is, that symbol that ends a game that one team loves and the other team can't stand. Taking a knee, and guess what? The visitors came in and got it done. Wild card round, first step on their way trying to get to the Super Bowl.
First step indeed. They're underdogs. We'll see if they can continue to make some noise in the playoffs, but a good first step. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Tonight's final score, Ravens.
And Charles, on the losing side of things, you know, they didn't come in here as the favorite to these playoffs, but they came in with a lot of hope and anticipation. Tough to have that all snuffed out so quickly.
It really is. You're one of 12 teams when the playoffs begin that still has a chance to win the Super Bowl. So that's pretty darn good. And as you often talk about, a lot of hope when the playoffs start. Well, that ended for them. But when they look back, they'll have a lot to be proud of and see if they turn the page towards the next season.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. From Houston, good night, everybody.